What's going on, y'all? I have finally made it home. Ooh, feel like I've been gone for, well, I guess I have been gone for hours. But whatever. What's going on with y'all? I told y'all the weather here was nice, but it's switching over into something. I don't know what's going on, but it's kind of, I don't know, look like it's getting ready to try to storm. Real tough. Real tough. Hey, Princess, what's going on? Hey, Doctor. Dr. T. Mary, what's going on? Yeah, I'm watching it. It's like literally like watching ourselves like just go right into fall. All this mess is starting to fall off, which is horrible. All them leaves. I went straight from I went straight from saying, oh well, we probably will get like one more. I'll probably have one more go round with my landscaper doing the grass and stuff. But I forgot, and I always do that every year. I forget. I'm like, nope. There's that. Once you get that last one done, then you got to do the leaves. Usually once or twice with the leaves. Just him picking up the leaves, because them leaves off that tree, it's that one. It's that one. That one. It's just, oh, it's just, you usually have to pay the man twice to clean that up. And yeah, Boogie, look. El Boogie, I just wanted this. I don't know why. I don't need it. I don't need it at all. And I said, let's go on and get it on out there. See, y'all know I live out loud. That's what I do. I lives out loud because I don't care. And y'all know I'm on like a little weight loss journey. This don't go. This do not go along with what I got going on. But here's the thing. I want it. So I'm having it. And that's that. And that's really my whole thing. Like, I'm not running around trying to. I ain't never gonna be like no real itty bitty tiny person or nothing like that. I'm good. I'm cool. I'm just older. I'm older, and so you got to do some things for upkeep. So you don't go to looking like, like you here and not here all at the same time. Anybody got time for that? So basically, I just changed a lot of like portion control. Some things I've kind of found that I don't even want anymore. Like, I don't even want to eat them and that kind of thing. So everything's like real natural, and I'm just doing more activity. Like I told y'all, I go walking and stuff. So I'm like doing that, and that's like a big one. It's like that's why some of the weight I see the weight that actually has come off is due to the walking, because it's like 2 mile walks, and it's really about feeling good. I ain't never had a problem with my looks, never. At none of the sizes that I was, I had no problems with my looks. My looks are what they are, baby. This is what? What? No one could ever convince me that there wasn't a bad bitch on deck. Okay, so, but yeah, so I think it's been real easy and gradual, and I've had a good time with it because I'm not depriving myself of anything, and that's one of the big ones. People deprive themselves of stuff, and then when they so-called fall off the wagon, because now you said you couldn't eat hamburgers, you said you couldn't eat no candy, you couldn't eat no ice cream, you could. So then what do you do? What do you do? It never made sense to me. Oh, I can't eat after 8 o'clock. Well, bitch, if I'm hungry after 8 o'clock, like, that's crazy. So I don't have that going on. So I think that's why I'm having a pretty easy time of it. When I decide I want something, I just go get it. I go get it and I have it. And I found a lot of the stuff, I don't even be wanting it no more. Fast food. Fast food has become a, because I like my stuff. I like what I like. Like, I like Kentucky Fried Chicken. I like Popeye's chicken. I like to go, y'all know I like to go out and eat and stuff. I like that. So that's cool. But again, with the portion control thing, you don't, you're not, because you have to train yourself not to eat everything with especially with like fast food, because they put it in there. They decide the portions, and they put all this shit in the bag, and then you done paid for it. So you generally try to eat all that shit that's in the bag. It's like, you don't, who said you have to eat all the shit that's in the bag? So I notice, I'm like, I get a taste for something, boom, I go ahead and I get it. Your fat ass don't have to sit there and eat all of it. Eat it till you're full. If it's something that you can save for later, you can do that. Or throw it in the garbage. Throw it in the garbage. And it's fast food. Do you really want to save fast food for later? Throw that shit in the garbage. Throw it away. And then I guess eventually you'll kind of, I don't know what, stop doing it or whatever, but I find myself throwing a lot of the meal out. A lot of the meal. I never did, even, when nothing was going on. I never would eat like all of the fries. I don't know how anybody could sit and eat a whole thing of like the fries that come with stuff. You'd be tired of chewing that. I just never could. I would eat a few of them and go on and do all that. But yeah, I found that I definitely, a few of the fries, most of the time, like if it's a whole sandwich, I don't generally finish that whole sandwich. I've been taught it's become like a money pit. It's become like a money pit with fast food. But again, if I want it, I'm going to go get it. And a value meal ain't a value meal no more. A value meal, you go to Burger King. I went to Burger King maybe a week and a half ago. Naturally couldn't eat all of that. The Whopper, I ate like half of the sandwich, some of the fries, drink pop, whatever. But that was like $13. It's like $13. Do y'all remember when a value meal was like $5? Or like $5? Them days are gone. Gone. They'll stone you when you try to eat a bagel. I'll stone you when you try to spin it. Okay, yeah. Now let's talk about that. Me and a girlfriend of mine were talking about that. We were talking about how, and she said, I don't do it. She said, I do not do it. Like, if she's going to do like something with weight loss, she said, I don't do it. I don't tell nobody. Okay, well, first of all, I have a business. I don't discuss money and stuff with y'all about what my YouTube existence is. I don't discuss that with y'all. My money, my income is really not your business. I don't make it your business. If I fall short, I don't come down here begging y'all and talking to y'all like y'all got to make up the difference of what I want and what I don't have. I don't do that. So at the same time, I respect you all to not be all in my shit and telling me what things should be and acting as though I work for you. It is what it is. I make content. You all consume the content as much or as least as you want. And somewhere in there, Google AdSense pays me. And that's that. And that's all that you need to know. That's all that I need to share. And that's it. And if those numbers don't look like what I want it to look like, I don't come to y'all. Y'all ain't got to give me nothing, because YouTube is free. Okay? YouTube is free. YouTube has always been free. There are other things that you could actually indulge in. Yes, we got memberships. You can do it, but you don't have to. Yes, y'all could do super chats and stuff. You could do it, but you don't have to. It is not a requirement. YouTube is free 99. Period. This is my shit. This don't have nothing to do with you. So if something happens and I can't pay for this, that ain't on you. That's on me. So, there's things that I see that I will never operate that way. But at the same time, everybody got to do things the way that they do things. This door got shattered. This is a perfect example. Landscapers doing the stuff. There's river rocks all down the perimeter, all down the walkway, all across the perimeter, because we don't have fences here. We don't have fences. So all the way around, I got river rocks. Well, he just moving one day. He just moving. I have a glass storm door. Y'all seen it. He's doing the weed whacker thing. One of the river rock hits the door. Pay it no mind. Go to close the door. Whole thing shatters. Whole thing shatters. I'm like, shit. Okay. So I had to have it replaced naturally. Get it replaced and everything. I come back later. I end up telling y'all the story. But when I tell the story, of course the door is done. It's repaired. It's I have a new one, and that's that. It's a couple weeks, down the road, because I had to order it and all that. So it's all repaired. Baby, my folks, and that's why I say a very spoiled YouTuber, but my folks dragged me. Do you understand? Dragged me and was like, why didn't you say that you had this going on? And because I had that going on. You all didn't have that going on. It didn't have nothing to do with you. You don't. Why would I come and my door done shattered? But that has turned into some of what YouTube actually gives. Anything that happens, here comes somebody begging. I'm like, it's sickening. It is sickening at times. And sometimes you be like, damn, stop with all that goddamn begging. But perfect example. I just don't feel like that's not your spot. Now, I was flattered, completely flattered at the fact that you all think enough of me that y'all wanted to do that for me. But it was all right. I had it. I got it done. Things, I got it taken care of. Things were taken care of, and that was that. But no, I would never just come down here and anything that happens. That ain't no emergency. That's not an emergency. It'd have been different if the front door, something happened and the front door was gone, and it's like, okay, I ain't got the money. I got to do this now. That's something different. But the truth of the matter, I ain't coming to y'all with that either. I'm just not, that's just not how I'm built. It's just not. But there are platforms where they think everything that they do, I want to go on a trip. Y'all need to donate money. No, y'all don't. You don't have to. Why do I'm not going nowhere. I'm not going nowhere. Why I got to donate for you to go somewhere? It is crazy to me. But again, people say I'm crazy. And well, if you don't ask, then you won't receive. Right. If you don't ask, you won't receive. That's true. That's true. That's true. Somewhat. Because people still send me stuff. People still send me stuff. Whatever they want me to have, they send me. And things, and that's fine. And that's fine. That's great. But one thing you won't have me doing is sitting on here looking like this when you all have afforded my whole lifestyle, and then you all decide to come and tell me, well, bitch, we bought that and we bought that. See, that I couldn't stand under. I can't stand under the pressure of that. I can't see this live that went somewhere else, but it's okay. Let's go ahead and get it on out. Because I done went over here and I done jumped on that side of things. So let's just go on and get it on out. I feel like talking now. So I'm going to go on and make some folks mad. It just kind of is what it is. There's a deep and a dark and an ugly side to all of it. That is one of those things where, like I said, we have an understanding. I drop stuff, y'all watch it or you don't watch it. Google pays me, and then that's it. And that's all the financial that we actually talk about. When y'all decide that y'all want to donate something to what I got going on, and when y'all do that, I come back and say, well, yeah, I bought this and I bought that. And y'all said, you don't need to do that. You don't need to do that. You don't need to tell us that you, but I would, because that's just what I do. When I went and bought new mics and y'all had sent money and I was like, okay, yeah, I did. I used some of the money on that. Because I've been there. Back in the day, any of y'all that was with me a long time ago, I had somebody that came and donated $100. They did a super chat. Everybody seen it. Okay, so that was the great thing. People wasn't doing a whole bunch of Cash App stuff back then. They did oh, there's my sister. The ghetto view. I am so glad to see you. Just hold that, y'all. Put a pen right there. Let me tell y'all about the ghetto view. Ghetto View just was on was it a 7-day, sis? 7-day cruise? So extremely proud of her. Now, she's one who always moved around. She always moved around because she had family in different spaces. But to see her jump up and do like a whole lavish trip, and she just seemed to, I followed her through the whole thing. And, oh, man, she was having a ball. She was flipping them clothes. I had a great time watching you have a great time, Ghetto View. I did. I ain't gonna lie. I had a ball. I hope that I have as much fun as you had in May. She was having a good time. You hear me? And filming herself and doing a lot of the stuff that she does anyway, but it was just seeing her in different settings and just doing her thing. I loved it. So I really did have a great time, and I did watch you, and I followed the whole time. That was great. Good for you. That was so cool. Because we've known each other since what, 2014? 2014, we have met in person on multiple occasions. We have partied, we have hung out, we have bent our wrists, so to speak. That is my sister. Yeah. I subscribed at the tail end of your cancer journey, so I remember a lot of the things and the situations you referenced from back then. Absolutely. And it's a timeline. That's why they call it a timeline, because when you look at where you've been versus where you are. So, okay, let me go back. I had to shine a light on my girl. Shine a light on her. I was having a ball watching her. Can't wait for my turn. So, all right, so $100. Now, keep in mind, this $100 just came out of nowhere. I hadn't said to anyone that I'm trying to buy anything or I was trying to do anything. I hadn't said nothing. It's just we were just doing live, and we were doing call-ins and just doing the things. Boom, here comes this $100. So I'm like, oh, okay. I said, and that was that's not the first time that ever happened. I said, thank you so much. This, that, thing, and the other. Acknowledged the lady and said, thank you very much. This, that, thing, and the other. Maybe a couple weeks later, somebody notices and they said, James, did you get a new camera? And I said, yeah. Ben had it. I had it a few weeks. Had the camera when the $100 came through. I had already had the camera, okay? But I was trying to get, because once you bought the camera, it was a Canon professional camera. I paid $900 for this camera, okay? So once I bought it, I don't know nothing about all that. So I got that camera. I knew about video cameras. I didn't know about the, still camera and all that does the video. Once I got it, it took me a minute to actually start using it because I had to buy other things. I needed different lenses. I needed, I got the electrical packets and stuff to be able to use it. Hey, how are you? I'm good. There was more things that I needed to buy. So I had to research those things. Tripods and all of these things, all the things, okay? So it was a couple weeks before I actually did it. And I never said nothing. I just started filming and boom, and that was it. Now, here we go, because the person was problematic, okay? This person was problematic. This person is it's not just her as to why I move the way I move, but people like that. I know that life offers you chaos demons and son of a bitches that are like that. Okay. So I've always moved a specific type of way, and I've always been, my mother is the same. My mother has the same thing about begging. Like, I can't stand a little kid to come by and beg. It just goes through me like a knife, a hot knife through butter. Something about people just begging. Like, it just, get your ass out of here. And especially if it's a little girl, it just runs all through me. Little girls just should not be begging, especially not men. They just should not be begging men. And for me, and that's just how I was raised, y'all. No apologies for it. It is what it is. Little girls begging men, it ranks right up there with me, like seeing a little girl go and sit on a man's lap. It's the same. It's the same. I will snatch her up, honey. Don't you dare. My goddaughter? Oh, hell no. What? My goddaughter don't sit on no laps. What kind of shit was she? Grown now. But no, it just ain't. I don't like that. So I don't like that. But there are people who literally, they do these things and they have bad intentions for you anyway. So I'm always, leery of that, because what's going on? And I don't like people, well, you did this and you did that, and people throwing things in your face. Don't do anything for me for you to throw it in my face. You know what I mean? I just don't like that. So anyway, I said, here it is. This is why I move like this. Sure enough, this person gets some things started, and the next thing I know, this person is running all around town. And by town, I say all over the YouTube streets. So you're running to different content creators that don't care for me, or anybody who has a beef with me, and all of this kind of thing. And this person is now creating a whole narrative that I begged her for money for this here camera. So now, there's a couple different ways you can actually handle that. There's a couple different ways you can handle it. You can really ignore the person. You can. You can ignore the person. You know what I mean? You really can. It sounds like gay drama. Funny. Only person that was gay was the victim. It was all hetero. It was a hetero person, Johnny, that actually victimized a gay person. So you really want to keep on with that narrative? It wasn't gay drama. It was actually a heterosexual person who was actually bothering a gay person, is what actually happened. But it really wasn't a real big issue about sexuality. It wasn't about sexuality. It was really about chaos demonism. And it didn't really have to do with sexism. It really didn't matter. It didn't matter. My sexuality didn't play part in that. What played part in it was that somebody was just wanting to be nasty, and they wanted to bring drama. So you're right. It sounds like drama is what it was. Everything was done from a not good place. You understand? So it was from a not good place. And that just what it was. And then the good thing is that it all happened live. It all happened live. So the people they seen $100. I just came live. I just made the reference back to it. Y'all remember this, that thing, and the other. If that's the case, if you paid for the camera, just give them the other $800. Tell them where you did that, where you did the money and all that. So it kind of fell apart, but it was just the nerve and the ridiculousness to actually have to even explain it. And that happened way back. So what were we talking about? 2018, 2000, I think like 2018, 2019, somewhere in there, way back there. So now when I see all of this kind of begging, and then these arguments that take place that has to do with donations and all, I'm like, and I have seen some things on YouTube before that even happened, you know, all the way back, because ain't none of this new, all the way back to when people were doing PayPals and people would ask for things and the people would, now that I kind of understood, but people would ask their subscribers, oh, well, I need a computer. I need a new computer. You need a computer. They don't need no computer. So I'd be looking at my mother and I'm like, you see this shit? First of all, you don't need a computer to do YouTube. Help me somebody. Did you hear that? You don't need a computer to do YouTube. You don't. You don't need a laptop. You want a laptop. You don't need a laptop. I didn't start this with a laptop. I didn't start this with no laptop. I started taking pictures I did my first videos on a tablet. It ain't even have no good camera. Fuzzy as hell. But I clicked it on, start talking. But if you know, right now everybody got a phone. I ain't using a computer right now. I'm using a Galaxy. I'm standing on my porch. Bang. Galaxy. I push the button and here we are. I'm live talking to you. So where you need a computer? Who told you you needed a computer? You don't need no computer. You want a computer. And then why do you feel like it is the responsibility of the people to buy said computer for you? It's not. It's not. Like that camera. I wanted a camera. So no, I would have never came and said, hey, y'all, I really would like to have a new camera. Yeah, okay, we'll go buy you a new camera, James. And that's what he did. That's what he did. So yeah, I was quite pissed when somebody came and then told that lie, because of course, you know, people love that kind of stuff. So they was like, no, ain't no That $900 came out of my pocket. And 900, you ain't even put in, you know, you did. If you gonna tell a lie on me, tell a good lie. Baby, there was another $400 or $500 spent on the accessories to go with it. Oh, well, I don't want to bother you, baby. Here you go. Oh, I'm so sorry. Let me apologize to you now. Because I surely didn't want to bother you. My main intent was never to bother you, dear. Now, if you continue listening, that's just on you. But I didn't come on to bother you. My apologies. And look, I didn't need no computer to do that. I did that with my phone. Now, night. But yeah, so that's always been my stance on the begging thing. Donations are just what they are. They're donations. People donate to you. No one owes you anything. And when you get into your place where you feel as though people need to give you, you've crossed the line. And I know there's some people whose toes I'm stepping on. Ain't nothing you can do about it. Ain't nothing you can do about it. Ain't never been nothing you can do about it. Be mad, bitch. I don't care. The fact of the matter is, YouTube is free. End of story. YouTube's free. End of story. Anything that anybody gives you is because they wanted you to have it. Don't nobody owe you a membership. Don't nobody owe you a Cash App. Don't nobody owe you a Super Chat. Don't nobody owe you shit. And you heard it from me. Now, and it goes two ways. Here's another thing. Let's talk about this, because I think this is another thing. When you say, well, you know, people give you, they do. They absolutely do. Okay? Two sides of sort of the same coin. They do. I have a P.O. box to this day because my people told me to go get a P.O. box. I wouldn't think about the damn P.O. box. Didn't even know what the process was. Didn't even do it. But whenever they found out that I was sick, they said, okay, so you're going to have to go to the hospital and you got to stay at the hospital for a few days at a time. We're going to send you some stuff. They said, you got to go get a P.O. box. And that was my people. They said, no, don't put your address out. You go get a P.O. box. We'll send things to the P.O. box. And they did. They sent all kinds of things to keep my spirit up, to keep me occupied. Again, I told you, I am a very spoiled YouTuber. All blankets, hats. You think of it, they sent it. They sent money. They listen, baby, you never hear me sit up here talking about what YouTube ain't done for me, okay? My community on YouTube took very good care of me. They did very nice things for me, okay? And they still do to this day. Even down to when people reach out to me and say, I got a book I wrote, I want you to read my book. And they send the book. I mean, I could go and buy the book, you know. Here's the book. Here's the product. That, you think that's normal? That's not normal life. Nobody owes you anything. Those are blessings. Those are blessings. I wrote books too. You know, nobody owes you to put their product in, because it's what it is. It's a product. When somebody sends me their book and they want me to read their book, that's something that they didn't get paid for. They donated that. Nobody owed you that. Nobody owes you that. So, now here's the flip side to it. Here's the flip side to it. Don't think that it just ends there. Because it doesn't actually just end there. If you're real about things, okay? You know, we always tell y'all about the behind the scenes, and you don't know about what goes on behind the scenes. Oh, wait a minute. No, he's not getting ready to do this. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Because don't think for one moment, y'all listening? I want you to hear me. I want you to hear me very, very clear. Especially the ones that always got some old shit to say about who's real, who not real, who do this, who do that. Just as much as people go out of their way for me, I go out of my way for my people just as well. There's plenty of times when I have things, y'all have seen me sit here, and I have garments, jewelry, and somebody say, oh, I need that. And y'all have seen me take it right off, put it right in the mail, and send it. It is never, my time here has never been this. It's never been that. My time here has been this, and it ends up being that. But it's always, I've always come to give. I came in as a giver. I came in as a giver. I give you a piece of me. I'm sharing my business. I ain't gonna tell you my business for your entertainment. I'm telling you something that's horrible that's going on, you know, or something that done went on. And some people are, you know, they love me down and they be like, you know, damn, that's horrible. But keep in mind, there's another person sitting right beside you out there in the audience who can't stand me, but can't stop watching me. And while I'm telling you something that's terrible, I told you my storm door has shattered. Some of y'all are like, why? They're mad. I'm mad. Why didn't you tell us so we could send you some money to get the door done? There's somebody else sitting right next to you saying, good, bitch. I'm glad the door broke. I hope that the bank come take the house back next and you don't even have the door frame, you fat bitch. That's what my life on YouTube looks like. So it's a lot of, yeah. But again, nobody owes anybody anything. But yes, it is a very interesting dynamic. So just like you all see me down here, and I never used to post my, I didn't used to post my Cash App and stuff. Y'all told me to do that. That's why I do that on some videos. I'll go ahead and I post it up there because I get constant emails. I put the damn email, put the damn Cash App and stuff up there so we don't have to keep asking and this, that, thing, and the other. Okay, no problem. But now I'm saying it again in case somebody's new and they don't know. That is not put there because I feel as though you have to. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to do anything. So I don't ever want you to feel that way. You don't have to do anything. The post office box was purchased because my people told me to buy the post office box. And I purchased the post office box. I pay every 6 months for that post office box. It wasn't given to me. StreamYard. That's another one. Oh my God, the people with this damn StreamYard. There's people who literally have a whole channel where all they do is stream. They do StreamYards. They do panel shows. And they don't feel like they supposed to pay for the goddamn StreamYard. If you don't have StreamYard and all you do is panels, then you ain't got no show, right? So who do you think is supposed to take on? Every business has an upkeep. Every business. There is an upkeep for every business. It's called an overhead. Oh, what is he saying? Because you know he's dumb and he's on welfare. Every business, they call it overhead. Whether it be the building, the lights, all of it. Yes, YouTube is free. But in order to do YouTube, I gotta have a service that ain't for you. That's not your cost. That's my cost. And at any moment that I feel as though you have to pay for my Wi-Fi, I'm the crazy ass fool. I'm the crazy ass fool at that point, not you. Now, I'll tell you when you are the crazy ass fool, when you allow some YouTuber to tell you that it's your responsibility to buy them a computer, to pay for their Wi-Fi, to pay for their StreamYard, so they can come and entertain you. So say you don't pay for it, and they don't come to entertain you. You gonna die? Are you gonna die? Are you gonna fall out in the floor and die? I say put it to the test. Don't pay it. See if you stretch out. See if you stretch out. I bet you don't. And if you do, I promise you, when they write up your papers, it won't say a damn thing about said YouTuber and this is why you stretched out. I promise you it won't be on there. I promise you. Promise you. Some of this stuff is crazy, and it just really gets to be a little embarrassing because people start thinking that we are not all like that. Okay? We're not. So let me give you the dark side. Give you the dark side. And it's not all dark because just like I don't come on and I don't come on and say I got this going on and I need y'all to. When I came out here and I announced I was going on a cruise, the first thing that happened. Oh, well, I guess he's going to be doing... No, he's not going to be doing any of that. My cruise was paid for when I created the group. When I went to Virgin Voyages and said, this is what's going on, this is what I'm trying to do, blah, 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 blah. The first cabin, the first cruise cabin that opened up the situation, mine. Paid in full. Paid in full. I would never even have it said. People have lied for years about he ain't never do this and someone did that. No. Whatever happens, happens. But I paid for me to get on the boat. Nobody will ever be able to come down and say, I said you didn't send me anywhere. I paid to get on the boat. Because, again, the nerve of it. How do I come down here and say, I'm going to do a meet and greet? Come on now. I'm going to do a meet and greet. I'm going to do it on a boat. I want y'all to come with me and meet me on the boat. James, you going to be on the boat? Well, I guess if y'all get in together and y'all pay for it, then I'll definitely be on the boat. But in the meantime, I want y'all all to go ahead and pay for your cabins. No. Another rule of engagement. You can't sell me a dream while looking like a nightmare. It doesn't happen. You can't sell me a cabin on a boat that you ain't booked on, bitch. How did that work? How did that work? How do I tell you how to go? Well, I mean, I could tell you because I got the training to be able to tell you how to book your cruise. But the nerve, how would I have, what type of integrity would it actually be for me to tell you to go book yourself on a cruise that I'm not booked on? That is crazy to me. It's crazy to me. And the fact of somebody even feeling like that would actually be my story is offensive. But, you know, I've learned to deal with it. You know, people see you a certain type of way and it just is what it is. But I have way too much integrity. Thank you, YTC. I have way too much integrity to invite you to some shit that I ain't booked on. Oh yeah, go do this. I ain't doing it, but you go ahead and do it. And then now while you over there, once you pay for yours, could you pay for mine? What? What in the wimpy and Popeye is this, honey? I'll gladly pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today if you don't get on out of here, honey. Thank you, Mimi. It's old, girl. This shirt is old as Methuselah. Yeah. Okay, so here's the other side, the flip side. I get Cash App requests. I get Cash App requests, and here's the thing. You want to be honest? I actually get Cash App requests more than I get Cash Apps as donations. And that's the truth. It wasn't always that way. It wasn't always that way. You know what I mean? Well, you know, when Cash App was first a thing, people was like, oh, this is cool. And they, you know, used to do things. But yeah, truth be told, I literally get more Cash App requests from out there. Mother, could you do this? Mother, can you lend me this? Mother, could you possibly give me this? I get more requests than I actually get Cash App gifts. I do. And would I blast up? No. No. When I can help, I help. When something seems, you know, like I need to move my world around and do, I do that. But yeah. 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 And that's, you know, I've said that to my mother, and my mother's like, wait, are you serious? Wait, hold on. And I'm like, no, I mean, it makes sense. It does make sense. I mean, if you're in, what's the difference? What really is the difference of you saying, you know what, you're doing a good job and I really enjoy you here. I want you to have this. Somebody that watches you all the time and say, hey, I'm really having a hard time. I don't know if you do have it, but could you possibly? Now, me personally, no, it's nothing that I would do to you. But again, everybody's not me, and I can't expect you to be me. It's cool that you even think enough of, you know, some of you think enough of me to think that I could even actually do that for you, because there's a whole nother section of people who really feel like I ain't shit and ain't got shit and ain't about shit, and I can't even afford myself. So it's like an interesting balance. But again, there's always a deep side and a dark side to different things. I'm going to tell you, a lot of times, everybody knows this. Here we go. We talk about it. Let's just do it. Everybody knows that Google AdSense pays out the 21st or the 22nd of every month. That's common knowledge. You can look that up on Google. Everybody who is monetized on YouTube, if they're going to get a check, they're going to get it the 21st or the 22nd. Now you go play with that as you will. A lot of requests right around the payday. I promise you, everybody knows it. People know the payday. People know my payday better than I know my payday. And the shit will start coming. And it's more going that way than coming this way. I promise you. And it just is what it is. And you just got to be mindful of what you're doing. And those, hopefully you are helping those who really need and deserve it. And not, you know, having your head bumped. Have I been bumped? Yes. Have I been bumped? Yeah. 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 And people think, I don't know if they think you're not paying attention or they, yeah, yeah, yeah. I've gotten cash out requests from people I know can't stand me. And a lot of times there's a lot of people who are trolls and they don't realize I know that that is their cash app and I know who they are. And they will send and ask me for money. People are nervy. People do all kind of stuff. All kind of stuff. Here's the other one. Super chats. Somebody give a super chat. You see it go up the screen. It's nothing for me to say, all right, it's been wonderful talking to y'all. I'm getting ready to go. I'm going to see y'all. I get off of here. Before I ever can get myself washed up, cleaned up, and lay down for bed, somebody is asking me, they're sending me a cash out request, asking me for money. Because can you tell them, no, you don't have it because you just sat and watched me get it? But not really. Because that's the thing that you don't realize is that cash app, well, cash apps are just what they are. But super chats are literally whatever you send in a super chat, Google takes 40% of it and they don't pay it out for 60 days. But it's just the timing of it. And then you look and you're like, okay. People play all kind of games on here. But why wouldn't it? Isn't that what the world looks like? Isn't that what the world looks like? So that's why you'll always see me sit around and laugh. I will crack up and kiki when people will say, y'all act like YouTube ain't real life or that YouTube is real life. Can somebody tell me in what instance YouTube is not real life? It's very real to me. It's very real to me. This address has been put out by people who don't like me, who want people to have my address. That's a real address. It's where I lay my head down. It's very real. It's very real. So you tell me how to, you put out that address and tell me YouTube ain't your real life. That car back there, you put the license plate number out. I'm standing in Virginia in an amusement park. A good friend of mine calls me and says, hey, go to so-and-so's page, and I see my license plate number going up the screen. You tell me, is that real or is that not real? And it's happening on YouTube. Ain't that real? So yeah, anytime you hear people saying that YouTube ain't real life, y'all don't, you will always find me in a chat laughing. People whose jobs have been taken, the people that found out where they work at, and then they call their job and have them people fired from their jobs because of an influx of calls, whether what the claims were are true or not true. Hundreds of calls coming into a business about one individual and what's going on online. You tell me, is that real life or is that not real life? The person that I know that happened to, it was quite real. It was quite real. Contract, no more. Paycheck, no more. No need to even report into that place anymore, all over something that happened at YouTube. So tell me again, was that real life? It wasn't real for the people that did it, but it was quite real for the person that they did it to. You see it all the time. Look at the people in Vegas. The husband and wife. They beefing on here, shot down like dogs in the street. And that was it. You seen any videos come from them? Have you seen any videos come from that husband and that wife? No, you have not. Why? Because they're not on the planet anymore. I'm going to ask you again. Was it real life or was it not? Did you see any videos from the person that shot him down in the street? No, because it was real life. He locked up. He's locked up. So yeah, you'll see me laughing in the chat. But no, I don't see any of that stuff. That Cash App stuff, that's just what real life looks like. It's just what real life looks like. Honey, I do shows. Everybody know it. You see it advertised. Oh yeah, Milan's going to be doing this, that, thing, and the other, and I do the show, and then the next day, people who know me in my real life, oh child, you know I'm really having this issue. Do you think you could lend me so and so? How? What? Now, what prompted you? What prompted you to ask me to lend you money? Oh, because you know that I did a show last night. That's just people. That's kind of how people's mind work. So yeah, it most things that go on online, you can preference it right to something that is happening with you in your real life. It ain't no different. People are people. No matter where you meet them at, people are people. People are people. It ain't nothing new to me. I've been doing this. People and they choose and they pick when they coming for you. I was a hairdresser for years. Everybody knows hairdressers got money on Sunday. If they don't have money no other day of the week, a hairdresser is never going to tell you, oh, child, I ain't got no money on a Sunday, because Saturday is the big day for every hairdresser that there is. Sunday and Monday, take your ass and go into hiding, because you are prime property. You got an X on your back, and that phone going to be ringing because somebody going to need something from you. That's just the way it is. And it's gotten that way a lot of this stuff down here on YouTube. I'm telling you. Super chat. Somebody send me a super chat. Somebody's coming begging. And it's funny. And it's like, I don't even have that money. I don't even have that money. But it just depends on what it is and how it happens. You just like, but the nerve of you to even ask for it. You seen it go up the screen, and now here you come. So what make you think you should have it? Because that's somebody that wanted me to have it. And you just decided that you should have it instead. It's very real. It's very real. It's a give and a take. It's I don't, when I come here, I come to deliver a product. I don't expect anything. I always come, the one thing I expect to leave here with is feeling good, like I put something into the atmosphere, and that's it. And guess what? I get that every single time. Every time I push the button, I made somebody smile. I made somebody smile, or, because there's times when I do push the button, and my main objective is to make a bitch grit their teeth, depending on what you've done. Because, oh yes, there are definitely those videos when I come down where I intend to make you get a lump in your throat and your teeth are gritting, and I can deliver that as well. Either way, just know that I always leave the line thoroughly satisfied. Anything extra is just that. It's extra. A super chat, a cash app, it's all extra. It's nothing that anybody owes me. Nobody owe me shit. Nobody owes me nothing. I put a product, I drop it. My thing is to make you smile. Make you smile or make you cry. One of them two. Make you smile or make you cry. And me making you cry because you did something to me is going to make somebody else smile. But Google going to take care of it. And it just is what it is. That's the relationship I got with Google. Because I put it out here. I could have put it out anywhere. I put it out here. So me and Google, me and Mrs. Google, we got a thing going on. That ain't got nothing to do with y'all. And Google, drop that. Google don't require you to have a computer. They don't require you to have ring lights. They don't require you to have nothing. They don't. Google don't say you got to have Wi-Fi. Google says, shit, you could do it on DSL if you got that hooked up at your house. All they want is the product. They don't care. So all that old extra shit, y'all just be mindful of that. And I ain't trying to hate on nobody's gig. Y'all that could get, do your thing and you feel good bagging. Keep on bagging. Keep on bagging. I just ain't my thing. How did we get here? How did we get here? I'm sure somebody will be dragging me and somebody will be mad. I don't give a shit. I don't care. I don't care. Anyway. But all businesses. That's why I told you I came from a business meeting. I've been out all day. Just came back from a business meeting. Business. It's a business meeting. All businesses have upkeep. They have upkeep. And it ain't on the customer. It's on you. Anyway, all right, I'm done. I'm done. I done said enough. I probably done pissed off enough people. Is what it is. I ain't taking none of it back, though. I ain't taking none of it back. So let's recap. I ate the ice cream and I don't give a shit. On a weight loss journey. Can't wait to go to a cruise. I paid for my cruise and I didn't beg. People donate. People beg. People, everybody not begging, but people ask for things that they need and they feel comfortable enough to ask me. And that's a blessing. Some other people are slick, sly, and they walk around they don't walk around, but they slither around on their bellies and they try to slide in with the decent people. That's just a fact. Some people are just chaos demons and they do things for their own reason. They're trying to set you up or trying to do something nefarious with you, that kind of thing. YouTube actually is a very real thing. Whether you don't see it that way or not, I promise you it is. This shirt is actually old. I made it years and years ago. What else did we discuss? Somebody out there done got mad. And I don't give a shit. So that's about it. And that's about all. All right, y'all. Listen, I'm going to go change clothes and sit down and have myself a little downtime before I get out of here. I'm going to a party tonight. Listen, I love y'all for real. And I will talk to y'all soon. Bye.